Shit. Oh, shit. Hot tits. Need to hurry my ass up. Running out of time. We're running out of time. The gin stuff is about to start, and I'm over here with my thumb up my ass. What's up? See, I already drank the coffee. I've been awake for 2 hours already, and I was not going to wait until this started just to have my damn coffee. Nah. That wasn't going to be what was happening. That's too dark, damn it. Oh, are we starting? Well, no, not yet. Is that good? Let's see. Yee. Why is this one so much higher up? What in the fuck? There we go. Oh. It keeps being weird. Stop it. Hello. Oh, I didn't turn the damn comments off. There we go. Ah. Right. Hold up. You gotta sync them up. There we go. All synced up. Ah. Yes, I see your thing. Slender Man. Oh, God. That was so long ago. That was so long ago. That was the first video I ever uploaded to not only surpass 1,000, but also 2,000 views. Well, it was a live stream, but Spirit Bomb Kid Goku, huh? Interesting. I don't know who it is. I don't really care. The anniversary is like a month and a half away, so you should probably just not summon on this no matter what it is. Like, it's going to be a step up, so, like, I suppose you can go ahead and, step one. Step one's never going to hurt you, but other than that, probably not. Probably not go any further than that. Of course, I'll be summoning on the anniversary banner. Stupid news is supposed to be every Saturday, but it's only shit. Ah, damn it! I fucked it up. Alright, hold on. I fucked it all. Alright, look. We're like 5 seconds behind, but it's fine. Hey, you can see my tab. Alright, Vision stuff.
Welcome back to Video and Stuff.
Oh, wait.
I'm the producer of Dragon Ball Legends,
There we go.
Toshi, and we have 2 new members today.
Hi everybody, I am Jennifer, Community Manager on Dragon Ball Legends.
And hello, I'm Yanaka, the other Community Manager.
Y'all suck at your jobs then.
Legends players.
If you're a community manager, y'all suck at your jobs.
Dragon Ball Legends, presenting our community manager to all our players.
Yeah, so basically as community managers, we listen.
I don't have a Vegeta
closely
pop.
to
I only
the
have a
voice of the
Goku one.
community, which we then forward to you, Toshi.
That's right. As a matter of fact, Yanaka and I have been working together on Dragon
I only have a
Ball
Goku
for
one.
some time now. And one of our goals is to create more content for the community. Probably you have seen a few of our new social media posts on Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah, so we've already working on other guides with content, like a video tutorial series that's in the work right now. So hopefully that will help new beginning players.
Rest assured that we
Don't
will
look at
make
Toshi, look at the
everything to
camera.
Make sure that the development team and the community come closer together.
That's something I'm personally looking forward to as well.
I feel like y'all just got
At the end of
hired
the day,
like
we have
the day
a team
before
working
this
on
was
the game,
recorded.
but we're not truly professionals at really making ourselves too public outside. So these two will definitely, hopefully, make the entire environment.
Yeah, they just got hired. Never mind.
Hopefully.
Yes, we hope so too. But yeah, let's move on to the in-game information because at last we implemented a new game mode, Tournament of Power.
Mhm.
And I mean, it's alright, but it'd be
That's
nice if I could do
something
more with
we
it.
have been working on for quite a long time, actually, and I'm hoping that many players are having fun. Or if they're not, we would definitely like to hear the voices.
Oh, you got plenty of voices
work on
about the
as
Tournament of Power mode.
Many of you may be already aware. It's in the preseason. Basically means what we're doing right now, what you're participating in, isn't something that's going to be rock solid for the future. We're probably going to be tweaking lots of things, not just
Which is
in
good.
terms of like gaming and balancing, but in terms of like the ranking or how frequently you play it and so on.
That's
So
the big one.
As of now, I wouldn't say testing the waters because we're comfortable. We'd like to think we're comfortable with what we have, but the more we hear from you guys, the easier it is for us to move on and make it better or to tweak it.
Yeah, so definitely let us
Literally
know on
just
social
read the
media,
fucking
Twitter,
chat of
Facebook,
your own
what you think about
premieres.
the Tournament of Power, and we will let Toshi know.
That's right. But you know, you did not only implement Tournament of Power, you also implemented Ultra.
Yes, the ultra rarity. I'm pretty sure the first time when players heard it, they probably thought, "Oh God, they're gonna have to gather lots of chrono crystals first." But no, we're definitely going to be providing these ultras in similar manners as the first Super Saiyan Goku did for now. And then maybe in the far future, they might start appearing as different characters in summons. But as of now, we're planning on providing more content similar to what we did with Goku, where you have to play different modes, where you have to participate in different content. And
It'd be nice if he had his own
gather
actual
the
event
power
that you had to
for
play
Goku
through.
in different methods. Of course, it doesn't mean you have to play PvP or that you have to play co-op. We're, at the end of the day, going to leave that decision up to the players.
Nice voice crack,
because
Toshi.
We want for them to make that choice. But we're also going to say, if you play it all, you're going to get a lot more than not playing it all.
Yeah, we definitely want people to remind them to definitely do this so you can collect all this power.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to be excited. Also, I have to say that I really like the art direction that you guys took on this, and congratulations to the team.
art is
You did an
fantastic.
amazing job, so I am pretty sure everybody's
It's the
going
one
to
thing
have
I
fun.
will never be able to complain
We are
about in
taking
Dragon Ball Legends.
really
The art is
the
always
time and
phenomenal.
care to make sure that this is something distinguishable from other pieces of Dragon Ball, that this is unique to Dragon Ball Legends. As you can tell, the dark ink, the slightly Japanese-esque feeling to it is kind of very unique to Legends as a whole. And also it makes sure that you can tell as a whole that the rarity that is Ultra is something clearly distinguishable from other characters.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Look how they
yeah,
waterboard you with all this bullshit, knowing we're only
gonna
here
move on to
for
our
the
next
unit.
Segment, our first time for Ask Stuff, which will be was held during the battle hour for the first time, and we're gonna have some questions for you, Toshi. So I hope you're ready.
Oh no.
Yeah, we still had 1,690 something questions left in our hands from that point on.
Yeah, and I also heard that 200 of those questions were about you.
Yeah,
Asking questions about you. So how do you feel about that?
Well, some of them were very much personal, so no, I'm not going to answer all. But yeah, we'll try to.
Like, where do you live, Toshi?
In terms of gameplay, in terms of Dragon Ball Legends, I don't know about the personal ones.
Yeah.
Maybe take me out to dinner somewhere. I don't know.
You hear that?
Yeah. Okay, so
See, now the next time you do this, one of the questions is going to be like, yo, Toshi.
When looking at specific
Try it up.
characters, it says they activate the following effects on themselves at the start of battles. How long will the effective abilities last when activation time is not specified?
So at this point, we have many characters with different abilities, and I understand some feedback saying it looks like I'm reading a dictionary for certain characters. At the same time, many people can tell that certain characters are very strong because of the wall of text that they see it. But it's another difficult part for us to move on with because the more new abilities that we add, the easily it can be confusing with more systems added on top of each other, and it doesn't really leave much for vagueness, especially because this game that is Dragon Ball Legends basically is kind of similar to a real-time card game of sorts, where everybody's playing in the same rule. In the question that you mentioned earlier, with the abilities, with the buffs that activate, usually there are a few major laws that we follow, where if it specifies the counter time, the moment the character steps in, the moment the character uses that attack, that's when the counter time starts. So for those of you who may want to keep close count of how long that buff is lasting, they should maybe pay attention to the top left corner of the screen and kind of subtract the time from that point on, which I understand is a difficult feat, especially in PvP. So in the future, maybe we'd like to make these count times, or these kind of time left that you have on certain buffs, a lot more visibly distinguishable. And we understand that that's an issue. But another rule is, if it doesn't specify a time, it usually won't go away. It's something of a semi-permanent effect. And the reason I say semi is because there are certain characters that will cancel your buffs. There are certain characters that can use their main abilities or their special card and get rid of your buffs, and that's when it
because he's Japanese. English isn't his first language.
And,
it'd be like if you heard me
there
speak
are
Japanese,
also
it'd be
buffs that says,
fucking
cancel,
huge pauses in between words because it's not my first language. It's not the most
we'd like to think
comfortable language.
Meaning they're literally permanent, and as long as
He literally has to
they're
think
out,
of every
it will
single
keep
word
that
he
character
says
in the sense that it should
as
be
he's saying
in
it.
the ability.
Okay.
All right. Awesome answer. Second question now. So does the management team sometimes disagree on things like abilities or elements?
I wouldn't say sometimes. It usually starts out with a disagreement because there are many things that we have to look at in terms of how character functions, not just in the sense of the current the environment of what players are using.
Japanese, Chinese, Korean. All I really ever plan on learning.
Players, but us as fans of Dragon Ball as well would like to see certain characters play out differently. So we want certain characters to be as strong as possible, obviously. And then there's people like me that
fluent
says,
is a very strong word,
and,
but
there's
yes, he
arguments that go
speaks
on.
Japanese and can read and write
usually
it.
It takes about a few weeks prior to it being released in terms of tweaking and balancing. And there's much discussion, but we'd like to think it's a healthy discussion. And also, the disagreement that we have isn't something of an unhealthy one where we just simply want to make certain characters stronger than something else, or we want to push out certain tags more than others. We want to make sure that the environment as a whole is
bullshit.
I wouldn't say entirely fair, because at the end of the day, if everything is viable, nothing is viable. So we want to make sure that there's different choices. There's different
That's
ways
not
of
true.
making a complex rock paper scissors system.
If everything is viable, nothing is viable. That's not true at all. Look at a game like Dragon Ball FighterZ. Every character is viable.
Yeah, the meta has to change.
Some are better than others,
So,
but
yeah,
everyone
for
is
the
viable.
question,
You can
which
use anyone
character did you have
and
the
have
hardest
success
time
against
creating?
anyone.
I'm curious for this.
So the biggest character that comes to mind is Ultra Instinct Sign Goku. This has been mentioned a few times. I hope you guys.
Such a cool. It's on my main team all the time.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to get it.
Yeah.
I'm suffering a little bit, but it's all right.
Well, as a Legends Limited character, we wanted to make sure that it had very strong assets in terms of just fighting on its own. And we wanted to make sure that with his unique...
I intend on living in Japan. I intend on moving and living in Japan. That's why I want to learn them. That's why I want to learn Japanese. And then I intend on going to China at some point in my life. I want to learn Chinese, and same with South Korea.
This guy's basically invincible.
I'll live in Japan, but I will frequent China and South Korea enough to warrant learning the languages.
So we wanted to make sure that he had his weaknesses. So in that sense, the balancing was very difficult, because if the weakness was too great, then it's unfun. It's just not. It won't be fun. So we wanted to make sure that he had his strong damage, high output, but made sure that if you did screw up, if you did get hit, you're going to be in for a ride, and you're going to have to be careful with using him. So he is a character that, in terms of balancing, was difficult to tweak, and also in terms of just graphical technology. This is something that we answered in the previous Ask Stuff too, but we took so much longer than the average character in terms of just making this character look great and making sure that everybody's smartphone could handle it.
Yeah. Well,
So how much time actually? Can you say that?
Honestly, the discussion itself started like more than half a year before its release. So
Wow,
I don't even know when I should define how long it took.
Well, it was definitely worth it because I love playing with it.
Well, I will let you know once I finally get it. But yeah, hopefully soon. So the next question. It's a little bit
Damn,
tricky.
even the management
So
team
there's a
can't pull the
girl
fucking
I like
LFs.
in the class next door. I always attack her with my stride arcs, but she keeps avoiding me with vanishing steps. How can I make sure my rising rush will reach her?
That's deep. That is deep, but romantic in a way.
Did you write this, or was this really in the question?
I mean, still, I don't know. Maybe.
I swear to God, I did see some silly questions in the list of the 1,700 questions. Some of them were really just simple, saying, "Can we have more chrono crystals?" But that one's just, you know what?
At least it's original.
Yeah, it's very original. I suggest you bringing maybe Majin Buu and making sure that she can't switch characters. Maybe I have no idea how to answer this, but there are certain characters that stops you from using switch covers. So if you don't want them to dodge, those characters are what I suggest.
Well, I hope it doesn't.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have made more coffee.
What happened?
This shit
Then
putting
I
me
have
to
another
sleep.
Question. Will candy Vegito ever be made?
The strongest candy in the world? Yeah. Personally, I would love to see it, yes. I mean, probably in Dragon Ball Legends, it would literally be just a dot flying in the air. But, no, we have no plans for it. Yeah.
Fuck you,
Maybe.
Candy Vegito.
Who knows, right?
I want an LF Candy Vegito.
Actually, about the legendary.
No, I want an Ultra Candy Vegito.
Weren't in the original manga or anime like.
I want an Ultra Candy Vegito.
How did you
Now.
decide how to bring them to Legends?
So, when we first created the legendary finishes, we wanted to make sure that iconic scenes that
Bastards.
and
Dokkan has a Candy Vegito. Get
basically brought to an entirely different tier of their own. But at the same time, little by little, we
Oh my
not just
God.
fans, but
How dare you say you have no plans to make a Candy Vegito? If I was in charge, that'd be the top of my priority
very popular
list.
characters in
That'd
general.
be the one time people wouldn't be upset about the LF being Vegito again for the anniversary if it was fucking Candy
Their
Vegito.
existence, basically, not just a single move.
But no, next year for April Fool's Day, Ultra
picking up
Candy
certain
Vegito.
aspects of character that would just, not just in terms of anime or other Dragon Ball forms of art, just not just being accurate, but making sure that they were cool without, I wouldn't say disappointing the fans, but without letting them. Okay, let me rephrase that. We wanted to provide the characters without always letting players know what to expect. So Vegito is a good example. Everybody knew they wanted Vegito.
I didn't turn my
to
damn
be a
notifications
high-tier,
off.
Very strong character. We wanted to provide the character in the best possible scenario. But like earlier you said, Vegito has multiple forms, and his fight was kind of long against Majin Buu. And that entire series, that entire arc is what made him popular. So we couldn't even pick up on something. So we wanted to bring an entirely original idea to him. So we chose the character first, and then we tried to elevate him to that tier of legendary finish.
Thank you so much for answering all the questions.
Ah, finally.
That is it for now, but maybe next time we'll answer some more, and I hope you will answer them, even if they're silly.
In fact, I'd like to see more of our players ask us silly questions too on the SNS. So we're not going to just simply look at the previous 1,700 questions that were asked. We're definitely going to keep picking them up as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, definitely ask them.
Yeah, we are there. We are reading your questions, your comments, everything. So please just share whatever you want.
And we still
These
wanna know how
questions
to dress up
mean
for the guy
nothing.
in the classroom with the girl.
Yeah, okay,
Okay.
that's weird, but yeah.
Let's move on to the next segment. Legends update info.
Ambitious
So this
edition.
one
What the
is
fuck?
going to be something of more of a
All right.
ambiguous or things that we'd like to do in the future, not something that it's going to be necessarily updated next month or before the anniversary and such. So we want everybody to know that this is something that we're focusing on. For an example, we're definitely trying to cut down on unnecessary loading time.
That's good to hear, actually.
Yeah.
Another thing is basically...
Can y'all work on some new music in the game?
Screen of some sort. Basically, Dragon Ball Legends, besides the characters, players have an assortment of equipment that they can work on.
Which is a pain in the ass.
To make their team their own style of basically just direction that they can take. And the equipment makes that a lot more, I wouldn't say extreme, but it helps the players out to make sure that they can take those characters and play as they want. And we understand that there's lots of choices. There's, in fact, some of them are named similarly to each other. That's something that we understand is an issue. Like, there's just different characters laughing or shouting, and some of them is really difficult to distinguish. So in the future, we're going to make sure that those are a lot more easily distinguishable between each equipment.
No one
And
even
also,
reads the titles. They just look at the
find out
picture.
what kind of equipment are being used by top-tier
Oh, that's
players.
amazing. Yeah, like I see a lot of players who, for example, don't use any equipment in the co-op or PvP, and that's also one of the reasons we decided to create the new tutorial series, because we also want to explain maybe if they don't know how to do that. But yeah.
No, they're just
That's
stupid.
extremely important.
Yeah, it can definitely get confusing because indeed what you said, there's just so many different ones of the same characters, and I'm just like, okay, but I have, Android 18. Do I have to use all these matching equipments, or do I go for others? It is definitely a lot.
It's not that complicated.
Most players that are very hardcore usually have their own direction that they want to take the party into. But for those of you who still don't know what to do, or who have the characters but don't know which one to equip, we're hoping that this suggestion system, sort of the recommendation system in the future, will help them out and basically make their party one step or maybe more, even beyond, stronger than what they have right now.
Yeah, cannot wait for that.
Yeah, it will be awesome.
Another thing is making the multi-Z power easier to use. So I'm pretty sure many people have their opinions on the multi-Z power, like why can I only carry 3, or why do I have to keep going back and forth to use it? As for the numbers, we don't want people to stock up and then use it on a new character and just spam it into one character. We want to make sure that this is a reward that everybody can constantly get, but at the same time we'll have to use immediately so that we don't have to worry about having people stockpile it. But
You act like it's
right
not
now,
still
this is
hard as
kind of
hell to
really
pull one
forced
copy
you
of a
to,
unit.
Go back and forth between different menus, and that's something that we didn't really want for the players to experience either. It was kind of a system requirement of sorts that we kind of had to do, and this is something that we're definitely going to fix in the future. So we hope that players look forward to that, especially for those of you who are always grinding for the high-tier difficulties and just constantly using the multi-Z powers. I understand your sentiments in that it's a bother, it's a hassle. I think so as well, especially the ones in the guild shop. Those are so annoying to use. I am in the same boat as you, and we're definitely going to make those a lot easier to use.
That's the thing. Again, Toshi actually plays the game. He needs more power.
Another
He needs
function
more
that, we'd
power.
like to work on is making sure that certain characters having bonus ability buffs in certain content are a lot more easily distinguishable. Right now, certain events, like you take in certain characters, allow you to get more drops, more rewards for that content. Those are written in the in-game info, but not many people obviously read it, and I don't want to have to force you to read it as well. So we want to make sure that those are easier to decide on when basically challenging the content itself, when going to that event and just looking at your party, and maybe the game will tell you the character that you have in your party right now will give you more bonus buffs or give you more drops. So Those
See, these are all
something
great
that we
quality of
want to
life
make sure
changes,
are
but
physically distinguishable. Well, this is something of the buff itself. We wanted to provide in the early days, and you prioritized implementing the buff itself over the UI. So that's why it ended up being as it is right now. So it was, at the end of the day, we don't intend for the players to have to slog through different screens and suffer before playing. We want them to keep playing. We want them to just simply play as they like. And we hope everybody understands that the stress that people feel, those are something that we feel as well and would like to see go away.
it's like all those things for the events are great, but it means nothing if there's no events.
We probably are going to, update all the players about this. So yeah.
The fact that we get like 2 events every goddamn month that take 10 minutes to beat.
We're trying to work on is pre-covering your energy. Everybody requires energy to keep playing their content.
I've like
right now, there is
5,200
the option
energy or
of,
some shit.
Covering your energy using chrono crystals or through your tank. But
Thanks.
you have to use 1 energy to spend your chrono crystals, and it's a bit of a hassle. So those kind of minor tweaks.
So I guess you'll just be able to use
will
crystals
go
to
away
infinitely fill your energy
And
tank
also,
instead of
another
only
thing
being
that,
able to fill the
we'll
10
probably
that's
try
there.
and make sure to implement is allowing for players to get rid of adventures that they don't need.
That one is already here,
Those fill
so
up very quickly.
Very quickly, especially if like people
tells you how long ago this was recorded.
Basically, trying to
Because
find
that update is already here.
This recording, it's not implemented, but for all we know, some of these systems could be already implemented when the video goes live.
Well,
Well,
if you do and you like to changes, definitely let us know.
yeah.
The adventure one is very
Looking
good.
forward to that. 100%.
Good evening. Welcome to Legends News. A new character is coming to Legends. Normally, we showcase new characters that appear in the Legends All-Stars, but today we have something more special. This time, we have an all-new Legends Limited character. Let's start by checking out this video. Here we go. What a fight. Legends Limited Super Saiyan 4 Goku is coming. On top of having a rescue type cover change ability, this Goku is an incredible attacker whose damage dealt increases from the start of the battle and every time he's faced with an enemy, making him a very versatile character. He also gets various buffs whenever his allies are defeated. Get him angry enough and his ultimate is basically a one-shot kill. That's it for Legends News. Thank you.
So many players must be super excited for this edition of Super Saiyan 4 Goku because we've seen so many requests for GT characters.
I bet Goresh feels so fucking... Goresh needs to stop thinking so hard about the things that they show on Twitter. It's never that deep.
So I'm not going to say anything definitive.
It's
but I
never
will
going to
say
be that deep.
We are totally focusing on GT one way or another, include with the addition of this new Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So I hope everybody looks forward to that character.
I think they would be extremely happy about that.
All right. So in terms of new Dragon Ball Legends news, that's it for today. But this is U2's first appearance in video and stuff. How was it?
Well,
Yeah, I think we can all but guarantee
especially
that
talking to you,
Super
so
Saiyan 4
yeah,
Gogeta is going to be the LF for the
very
anniversary.
piece of content for the community. So yeah, let's see what happens.
Yeah, so I also had a lot of fun. It was really fun being here on videos and stuff. And if you have feedback for us, let us know on social media, Twitter and Facebook. Also, what you would like to see on social media. And maybe we can need something for you. So thank you so much also, Toshi, for having us.
Mhm.
And
Really looking forward to how this community engagement grows to be.
I'm not shocked people were saying Gogeta. I'm shocked Goresh said Garlic Jr.
Feedback so that we can pick up on it and make
because he thinks too hard about it.
His video and stuff too. Better than ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you again.
Thank you so much.
Watch Garlic Jr. be the normal unit that comes out with him, though.
For watching this, and I will see you guys next time.
Bye.
All right. The DS Asylum comes from the fact that originally my YouTube channel's name was The Unstable One, which came from something else. And I figured I would keep that vein. I needed a name for the audience. And I figured, why not keep the unstable, theme and call it, and like what is usually associated with unstable or insane people? Insane asylums. And DS is my initials, Dimitri Strine, DS Asylum. Yep, guess the color. That's actually so true. GT needs just about everything but red, so I mean... His Omega Shenron is still really good, but just about every other color they kind of need, so... He's exactly what I thought he'd be. Full Power Goku is awful. Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku isn't good. But, all right. We didn't really get much out of this. Yeah, I mean, if you want to run 17 on GT, but probably not gonna. I mean, he does do a double defense buff for GT, so he is a good option for it. Like he is a good green option for GT, but Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku is not. He wasn't a good option for GT when he fucking came out during the 2-year anniversary, let alone now. But I don't really ever intend on running GT just because the team's been so neglected, so I'm probably just going to skip. I'll do step 1. Always got to do step 1 for the culture, you know? For the culture, I'll do step 1. If literally any events come out, maybe we'll do step 2. But past that, nah. Can't say I give a shit. Though I'm happy GT's getting some love. It desperately needs it. Like GT needs this. So I'm not gonna say like, oh, it's a guaranteed skip. If you want to run GT, summon on this banner because it's GT. But if you don't have any intentions on running GT, it's not something you really need to summon for. The only reason I would say if you want to run GT to summon on this banner is because Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is probably coming out for the 3-year anniversary, and the only other team you're going to put him on is Fusions. So if you don't run Fusions and want to run GT, the only way you're really going to use Gogeta is if you pull this Goku. I don't know. Honestly, I do expect an Ultra unit for the anniversary. I'll be highly disappointed if we don't get an Ultra unit for the anniversary. Nova Shenron could be on the banner. He definitely could be. Like Ice and Nova Shenron are definite possibilities for partners with him. And if Ice and Nova Shenron are on that banner, anyone who wants to run GT literally has to summon on that shit. Well, yeah, but who knows? Maybe you'll like. There are people who are gonna pull that fucking LF Goku on step 1, right? Those people exist. You just gotta hope that you're one of them. That's pretty much all that means. H2R. That video and stuff was like 30 minutes long. Goddamn. Be like a transforming Sin Shenron into Omega. That'd be pretty cool. His transformation would probably work the same way as DKP's as well. You would need the Dragon Balls to transform. It'd be interesting. Yeah. Again, I'll definitely do step 1 and maybe step 2 if we get enough crystals, but past that point, I don't think I'm gonna go for it. Again, I have no intention of ever running GT. I don't care that much about GT. I like Super Saiyan 4, but it certainly isn't my favorite form, so I'm not gonna get hype about it. And the team is essentially going to be made up of nothing but LFs by the time the 3-year anniversary is done. Like the team will literally just be LFs and Zenkais. Like the only way to really make GT work at this point is just to have like 2 normal units, 2 Zenkais, and an LF. My favorite form is Super Saiyan God. It's simple, but it looks cool. And it's vastly different from all of the other forms, just like Super Saiyan 4 is. But Super Saiyan 4, I look at as just a primal Saiyan form because that's what it is. And same with Super Saiyan God. I just call it the God form because that's what it is. It's just him with God Ki. Which begs the question. Obviously, I understand for game balance, this should never happen. Ever. I'm going to say that right now. This should never happen because it would fuck the game. But why does Bardock not affect Super Saiyan Blue units? Because the literal description of that form is the Super Saiyan form of Super Saiyan God. It's just Super Saiyan 1 with God Ki. Why is it not affected by Super Saiyan Bardock? Like, it's literally just a blue Super Saiyan 1. Obviously, again, that should never fucking happen. But you can't say that it makes no sense. You can't not say that it doesn't make sense that Super Saiyan Blue units aren't affected by Super Saiyan Bardock. It's so weird. My least favorite form is Super Saiyan 2. I think it's boring. I find Super Saiyan 2 to just be incredibly boring. The lightning effect it has is cool, but Super Saiyan 3 also has that. And Super Saiyan 3 is my second favorite form. So Don't really need Super Saiyan 2s lately. That, and I actively hate Super Saiyan 2 Gohan from the Cell Saga, so that also contributes to my dislike of the form. Its association with him, and I would say that specific Gohan is probably my least favorite character in the entire franchise. I fucking hate him. No, Gohan's just a dick. Gohan's a fucking asshole in that form. The second he becomes a Super Saiyan 2, he thinks he's hot shit. And his actions actively result in the death of his own father. Goku would have never died had Gohan not been a cocky piece of shit. Goku would not have been dead for those 7 years. He would have still been there. It's like, it's one thing to be cocky and back it up, but Gohan actually put the entire world in danger with his cockiness. Say what you will about Vegito, but at least he beats the hell out of you as he's talking shit. He doesn't let you destroy the world while he's talking shit. He talks his shit and punches you in the face at the same time. But it was just a huge stark contrast from what Gohan usually is too. Because usually Gohan is this very timid and nice person. But then with Super Saiyan 2, his personality is Vegito on steroids. He's got the cockiness of Vegito with the arrogance of Frieza. Like the bastard makes Frieza look humble. Like he makes Namek Saga Frieza look humble. He's a piece of shit. Ultimate Gohan is stupid too, but Ultimate Gohan isn't as popular as Super Saiyan 2 Cell Saga Gohan. So I don't hate him as much. Ultimate Gohan is very popular, but not as popular. I could care less, but just shows how cocky he is, I guess. But why do I care about Gohan calling Boo a retard? I don't give a shit. People get all up in arms about the word retarded, and I'm just like, what's the difference between me calling you retarded and me calling you stupid or dumb, dumbass? Nothing. They all mean the same word. Why is one word got to mean more than the others when they all have the same fucking definition? It makes no goddamn sense. But yeah, like the thing about Ultimate Gohan too, right, is Boo was also extremely cocky. So it kind of balanced itself out. Gohan didn't seem like that big an idiot. But Cell had lost that confidence by the time Gohan was being a dick. Cell was losing his fucking mind. Like, Cell was just pissed because he was losing. But Gohan put the entire world in danger by being a cocky piece of shit. Gohan in the Boo saga, however, he just lost. His cockiness made him lose. Gohan was, like, in the Cell saga, Gohan was never going to lose. Gohan in the Boo saga just ended up losing because of his cockiness. So it's a much different scenario. Goku's put the entire universe in danger multiple times, but it's not because he's cocky, right? Goku wants to fight strong opponents. That will to fight strong opponents does a lot more harm than good most of the time, but at least he's not arrogant. He understands the threat. Gohan doesn't seem to ever understand the threat in the Cell or Buu saga. Just does shit. Goku knows exactly what he's fucking doing. You could argue is a piece of shit move in itself, but it's whatever. Goku's an idiot. That's what that is. Goku's just an idiot. Y'all remember when Dragon Ball was about actually finding the Dragon Balls? It was an actual goal and story arc. Instead of just, hey, strong opponent, beat. Hey, strong opponent, beat him up. Hey, strong opponent. Here's the thing. People attribute Goku's upbringing to that. I feel like Goku would have turned out the same way, whether he hit his head or not, because it was his upbringing that made him that way. It was Grandpa Gohan and Master Roshi and, the friends around him, Bulma, Krillin. It was all of those people that made him who he is. Maybe he would have been a little bit more violent. Maybe he wouldn't have as much mercy. But I feel like he would still be relatively the same person, whether he had hit his head or not. Because, if Vegeta could change as a person as an adult, Goku would have been able to become the person he is today as a baby. Like, well, yeah, Goku has a level of cockiness. All Saiyans do. All Saiyans know that they're strong. But the level of cockiness Goku has usually doesn't put the world in danger. Sometimes it does. But it's usually just his stupidity that puts the world in danger, not his actual level of arrogance. Vegeta's arrogance is what gets the world in danger. Like the time he let Cell absorb Android 18. That is a level of arrogance that actually put the world in danger. Now, Goku may have let him do that, but I don't think he would have. I feel like if Goku understood the stakes ahead of time, he probably wouldn't have. Granted, you would have had to tell Goku that ahead of time, and doing that would be a lot easier said than done. So, yeah. Yeah, he probably would have let Cell do it. Stupid asshole. Yeah. So I'm going to move y'all a bit closer. Goku! Goku fell. No, Goku. I think it's just a matter of if Goku's the last one alive, his ult will just do, fuck you levels of damage and pretty much guaranteed to one-shot anything. That's probably the condition, because he was like, make Goku angry enough. What is the one thing that pisses Goku off? Hurting his friends. So I think it's just a matter of Goku being the last one alive. Then his ultimate is essentially guaranteed to kill any unit in the game. Good for comebacks, I suppose. Shit. I mean, he'll probably be better than Namek Goku. I need to stop shitting on Namek Goku. He's not a bad unit. It's just when you compare him to the rest of the Sun family team, it's like, here's the thing, right? Namek Goku's really good. And the fact that I can say that he's the worst member of the Sun family team means that that team is fucking cracked. That team is just straight crack. If I can say that that Zenkai LF Namek Goku is the worst member of the team. Such a cracked out team for no fucking reason. I mean, realistically, the worst member of the team would probably be Goten, Yellow Goten. But even saying that proves that the team is cracked. Because Yellow Goten is really good. I mean, comparing a normal LF unit to Zenkai LF Gohan just isn't fair. Comparing any normal unit to any Zenkai really isn't fair. Except the more recent Zenkais. You can actually compare them because they're not fucking broken. I mean, Gohan is essentially guaranteed to. Yeah, but he can't really do much of that anymore. There's a lot of units that can survive his ult, and there's a lot of units that can't. That's just a matter of who you're going up against. I've killed units 2 times over with his ult, and other units I couldn't even do a quarter. It really just depends on who you're fighting with Vegito Blue. But Goku's ult is likely also going to have some form of type neutrality on it to make sure that that it can kill any unit. And it'll probably have supreme impact damage. It'll most likely have supreme impact damage. I'd be very surprised if it didn't, since it's supposed to be this one-hit KO ultimate. Can't really have a one-hit KO ult and have it have major impact damage. Yeah. Could you imagine that? How disrespectful would it be to be one-hit KO'd by an ultimate that had major impact damage? I've actually thought of how they could really do April Fool's jokes, because the past few years, they've just been doing like, oh, here's an event. Oh, no, never mind. It doesn't exist. I think a cool April Fool's joke would be to release this free unit and their super attack, or no, they have a super and an ultimate. They both have minor impact damage, which doesn't currently exist. However, one of them gets like 500% damage inflicted. So it's just like, fucking Christ. It's like it has minor impact damage, but in reality, it's like 4 times stronger than supreme impact. I've also thought about like just release a Hercule that has minor impact damage on an ultimate. It'd be fucking hilarious. Could you imagine that? Minor impact. What the fuck would minor impact damage do? It'd be like your fucking strike card does more damage than your ultimate. And you're a blast unit. Like you're a blast unit and your strike card does more damage than your ultimate does. That'd be so funny. That's a good April Fool's joke. Like just make this unit. Otherwise, he's really good. He's got good stats. He's got good abilities, got good tags. Everything is good, but his super and ultimate both have minor impact damage. That would be so fucking funny. Link, stop doing stupid shit. I don't want to do your word of the day, Link. Stop it. You're all going to be like, what the hell are you talking about? Anyone who does any form of language learning should know what I'm talking about, but I don't know how many of you would actually learn languages. Is there anyone here who has any interest in learning languages? Just out of curiosity. Not a language class. Language classes in school don't teach you shit. High school language classes don't teach you a goddamn thing. You're learning French. Do you use Link? Do you use the app Link? Because if you don't, you need to be using it. They have French. You really should be using it. I mean, we might get an LF Super Vegito Zenkai just so that they can include Vegito in the anniversary. Oh, that'd be fucking hilarious. Yup. Rare metals are a pain in the ass. Yeah, anyone who is interested in learning a language, definitely download Link. It's language learning through reading and listening, which are the two best ways to learn a language. Like if you need any proof that it works, I mean, let me actually turn the brightness down. This is what I'm currently reading, and you can see it's fully in Japanese. Fully in Japanese. So and obviously there is a play option that allows you to listen to anything. Like it's real people as well. So you can try and listen and read along. And they have multiple difficulty levels from absolute beginner to advanced. advanced level 2 even. And I'm currently doing Japanese, traditional Chinese, and Korean through this. I'm not doing simplified Chinese. I'm doing traditional Chinese. And yeah. Haven't touched Korean yet because that's a whole nother beast. Japanese and Chinese are similar, so I can kind of study both of them at the same time, but Korean's completely different. I'm not even going to touch Korean until I'm done with at least Japanese. I don't know, maybe like 7K. I don't expect that much for the anniversary, just judging from what they gave us last year. Mission plans are really the only reliable source of crystals. Once I feel more comfortable with actually speaking in Japanese, maybe I'll make a video in Japanese about Link. I do think you should download it. And the thing is, people think you need some grand old reason to learn a language. Like with Japanese, people think you need some grand old reason, like, I want to live in Japan, like me. No, like if your reason for wanting to learn Japan is you want to watch anime without the subtitles, that is perfectly fine. If that is your reason for learning Japanese, that is good. That is as good a reason as any. You don't need some grand reason to learn a language. Just learn a damn language. Hell, polyglots do it for fun. Like this app was made by a polyglot named Steve Kaufman. He knows like 20 languages. Literally knows 20 languages. He does the shit for fun. Then you don't get any crystals. That's just how that works. But yeah, like you don't need some grand old reason. Just learning languages is just interesting. It's a nice challenge. Shit. I kicked my water bottle. Yeah. I honestly do think everyone should learn at least one language in their life, even if you don't ever intend on using it. Just learn a language. You will be surprised at how fun it can be once you get past the first couple hurdles. And you don't even need to spend money. Yeah, pretty much. Language learning can be very interesting. You just have to be motivated, which is, of course, a very big issue. A lot of people want to learn, but they don't have that level of motivation. Like I didn't for years. I've wanted to learn Japanese since I was in like 12th grade, but I'm only just now learning it, like seriously. Because I just didn't have that motivation. I wasn't determined enough to make it past those first couple hurdles. And people think Japanese particularly is like extremely difficult. It's not. The most difficult part of it is the writing systems, because there's 3 fucking writing systems. But that's not really that's not that big a deal. Japanese is not, uber difficult. Yes, there are easier languages for English speakers than Japanese, but it's not the most difficult language in the world. Like you can be at a conversational level of Japanese in like 6 months. Not long at all. You can read beginners books. You can have an hour, 2 hour long conversation with someone, 6 months. That's all it takes. But you also need to be willing to dedicate the time, because some people also think it's like, oh, I'll study for 1 hour a day. I mean, you'll learn the language from 1 hour a day in about, 300 years. You'll learn it in about 300 years off of 1 hour a day. But you need to dedicate like those first 6 months, I would say, are the most important, and you need to be dedicating like 3 or 4 hours a day every single day to the language. But after that point, yeah, you can start like after like a year and a half, yeah, you can start doing 1 hour a day if you really want to. Like honestly, here's the thing. I thought that too. I can't fucking speak English properly. Been speaking English for 20 goddamn years, still can't speak it properly. But again, you'd be surprised. And in fact, the thing about Japanese that people don't understand, or that people don't know, just by being an English speaker, you already know 10% of the Japanese language. Because 10% of the Japanese language is English. So you're already a tenth of the way there just from speaking English. That's why all schools in Japan require people to take English classes, because that's 10% of the damn language. So everyone in this stream right now knows 10% of the Japanese language. I bet you never even knew that. Fun fact of the day. Everyone in this stream right now knows 10% of the Japanese language. Whoops. It's not all that difficult. Now, language learning can sometimes feel like a pain in the ass, especially at the beginning. Like, oh my God, the first month of language learning, it sucks. I'm not gonna lie to you, it sucks because you don't know anything. You don't know anything. You don't know how to do anything. It sucks, right? And it's usually within that first month that people just quit because they don't know what to do. They don't know if they're doing anything right. They're not immediately seeing any results. Maybe they remember a few words. Maybe they remember, the alphabet, but the alphabet takes all of like a week to learn. That's not hard, but like maybe you lose some of that confidence because things aren't happening as quickly as you would have expected them to. But after that first month, you're going to start seeing more improvement. And even in that first month, if you really pay attention to what you're doing, you'll notice improvement. No, you're not going to be a god at Japanese in 30 days. You're just not. You're not going to be a god at Japanese in 365 days. It's just not going to happen. Again, you can be at a conversational level in 6 months, but it'll be years before you're truly fluent in the language. And even then, like, you can study a language for 10 years and still not be completely fluent. It's because there's so much shit. But I think the most overwhelming aspect of Japanese to people are the kanji characters. There's over 2,000 commonly used kanji characters. I'm going to tell you right now, it's not that difficult. It's very simple. Almost every damn kanji character is made up of other kanji characters. You just have to remember the root for about half of them. I believe Link has German as well. So if you're learning German, just download Link. This I need to be sponsored by Link. You reach out to Steve Kaufman and be like, bro, sponsor me. I will actually promote your app like 50 times in one video. I will be annoying with it because I genuinely believe this app works. I mean, hell, he uses it himself to learn languages. Like, think about that. The man who knows 20 languages is currently using that very app, to learn Persian and Arabic. If you don't trust me, trust the polyglot with 20 languages under his belt. Like, I mean, goddamn. He created the app and he's using it to learn languages. No, I will not. Not past step 2 at best. Yeah, I need to reach out to Steve Kaufman's ass and be like, yo, sponsor me. You don't even have to give me a lot. I'll promote your app for literally the least amount of money. Let me actually go through the list and see what all the languages are. So there's Arabic, Chinese simplified, Dutch, English, French, Finnish, German, Greek, Hebrew, Italian, Norwegian, Polish, Portuguese, Romanian, Russian, Slavic, Spanish, Swedish, Ukrainian, Bulgarian, Cantonese, Catalan, couldn't say that for some reason, Czech, Danish, oh my God, Indonesian, Hungarian, Persian, Turkish, Siberian. Oh my, there's so many. There's so many languages here. That wasn't even all of them. That wasn't even all of them. If you want to learn a language, download this app. And it is good from knowing absolutely nothing to being a goddamn expert. You'll always learn something, damn it. The last 20 minutes of this stream has just been one big fucking link advertisement for free. Goddamn. That's why I'll never be sponsored. I promote shit for free. Oh, man. But don't know how much longer we're going to be here. There wasn't really anything to talk about with the video and stuff. The only thing that was at all interesting was LF Goku. And I don't plan on running GT, so I can give two shits about LF Goku. So, yeah. Let me look up some more books in Japanese. Let's not. Yeah, pretty much. I was like, oh, cool. GT. That's a long ass book. God dang. Shit. Might be getting too ahead of myself on that endeavor. Let's not. I am not ready to read such large texts. Only been studying Japanese seriously for the past month. 2 months, technically. I am not ready for that. Yeah, I think we are going to disappear. So, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. And there's actually usually when I do these streams, there's no actual video for that day. There's going to be a video today, and it's going to be something that none of you saw coming. It's going to be like a normal Dragon Ball Legends video, but none of you are going to see this coming. All right, that's all I'm going to say. That's all the info you get. Shit. Anyway, I'm a piece the fuck out of here. No, it is not a joke video nor a drunk video. It is a PvP video though. So you can put your theories. I want to see theory videos on the site now. The video should be up at 1 p.m. And if it's not, then I'm stupid and didn't get it done in time. Right? What the fuck? No. Anyway, peace.